fantastic YouTube family. I'm Natalie Smith and a massive welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today's episode is a valuable topic called Tips on How to Give and Receive Feedback. But before we dive into this insightful topic, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell to stay updated with new content. Now let's unravel the essence of feedback, the heartbeat of personal and professional growth. It's not a one-way street. It involves both giving and receiving, creating a transformative conversation. The golden rule here is simple. Make feedback a dialogue, not a monologue. It's a two-way street where questions for clarity are encouraged when receiving feedback and open discussions are welcomed when giving it. Now, as we embark on this journey together, I'd like you to consider these 3 questions. As a leader, are you struggling in giving feedback to your team members effectively? As a team member, do you find challenges in receiving feedback from your colleagues or supervisor? Do you often wonder how you can address and overcome the struggles in both giving and receiving feedback to foster a more positive and growth-oriented environment? Well, look no further. Keep watching to find out the answers. By the end of this episode, you will learn the purpose of feedback and why it's important. 6 tips on how to give feedback. 6 tips on how to receive feedback from others. Let's delve into practical strategies for navigating the complexities of feedback. And don't forget to engage in the comment sections with your thoughts and experiences. Feedback is the often underestimated cornerstone in the narrative of personal and professional development, playing a crucial role with both significance and purpose that goes beyond its apparent simplicity. Let's unravel why feedback is more than just a routine interaction, but a true catalyst for growth. Let's talk about the 3 purposes of feedback. Skill refinement. One of the primary purposes of feedback is to refine skills. Just as a coach guides athletes to enhance their performance, feedback fine-tunes individual skills, ensuring that they evolve and excel in their respective domains. Building a feedback loop. Feedback is not a one-time event. It's the creation of a dynamic feedback loop. By consistently providing and receiving feedback, individuals and teams establish a continuous improvement cycle, refining their actions based on ongoing insights. Performance alignment. The purpose of feedback extends to aligning individual and collective performance with organisational goals. It ensures that every effort contributes effectively to the overarching mission, creating a synchronised and goal-oriented workforce. Here are 3 reasons why feedback is important. Course correction. Feedback acts as a navigational tool, helping individuals course correct when they veer off track. Like a GPS for personal and professional development, feedback provides timely adjustments, ensuring that the feedback remains on the right path. Empowering thought insight. Constructive feedback empowers individuals with valuable insights into their own performance. It's like turning on a spotlight, illuminating areas for improvement and empowering individuals to take control of their growth journey. Cultivation of innovation. Feedback fosters an environment where innovation can flourish. By sharing thoughts and suggestions, individuals contribute to a culture of continuous improvement, sparking creativity and allowing fresh ideas to bloom. Let's take a moment, wonderful viewers, and share a bit of your wisdom. I want to hear about the time when you received feedback. The good, the bad, and the ugly. How did it hit you? What did you do with it? Type away your experiences in the comments below. Sharing these moments isn't just a digital show and tell. It's a collective journey of growth. Your stories, like pieces of a puzzle, help us to paint a bigger picture. So thank you, viewers. And don't forget the virtual high five. Hit that like button, share the wisdom, subscribe for more insights, and ring that notification bell. It's like the drum roll before a learning crescendo drops. Let's dive into 6 tips on how to give feedback. And to make these tips even more practical, I've included 3 examples for 3 of the tips on how you can seamlessly incorporate them into feedback conversations. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Tip 1, description over judgment. Imagine your feedback is crafting an art critique. Shift from subjective judgments to objective descriptions. Instead of dismissing a presentation, provide detailed observations and suggestions for improvement, creating a canvas for progress. In a feedback conversation, here's an example of how you might apply the principle of shifting from subjective judgments to objective descriptions. Instead of saying, "Neil, I didn't like your presentation, it was really boring," how about saying something like this? "Neil, I noticed that during your presentation, there was a consistent use of monotonous tone and minimal engagement techniques. To enhance audience interest, you might consider incorporating more visuals or interactive elements." By providing specific observations and suggestions, you're offering constructive feedback that focuses on improvement than a subjective opinion. This approach encourages a positive and collaborative atmosphere for growth. Tip 2. Observation, not interference. Channel your inner detective. Stick to Sherlock mode. Observe the facts like a crime scene investigator. Avoid speculative inference about a colleague or your team members' behaviours, and keep feedback grounded in observable facts, making it a report rather than a mystery novel. Tip 3. Behaviour, not personality. In a feedback conversation, applying the principle of keeping feedback focused on professional behaviours rather than personal characteristics might look like and sound like this. How about saying this? "Amar, I've noticed a recurring pattern of lateness in your schedule. For instance, during our team meetings on Mondays, you often join 10 to 15 minutes after the scheduled start time. Punctuality is crucial for team collaboration, and arriving on time will help us maximise our productivity during these sessions. Let's work together to ensure our team meetings start promptly." This approach addresses the specific behaviour without making a sweeping judgment about the person's character. It provides a tangible example, opens the door for discussion, and focuses on a collaborative effort to improve professional conduct. Tip 4. The feedback buffet. Treat your feedback session like a culinary experience. Serve a well-balanced mix of positive and constructive feedback. Acknowledge successful contributions as the main course and address areas for improvement as the side dish, creating a workplace menu of comprehensive evaluation. Tip 5. Suggest a way. In a feedback conversation, envisioning feedback as a road trip and being the GPS that guides colleagues towards improvement might sound like this. So instead of saying, "Nigel, you did that part wrong, you should have done it differently," how about saying this? "Nigel, during our recent project, I noticed a bit of detour in the approach to that specific task. Let's view it as a road trip. We encountered a scenic route, but to make our journey smoother, we could explore a more direct path. Consider incorporating XYZ strategy next time. It could streamline the process and enhance the overall outcome. What do you think, Nigel, about giving it a try for our upcoming projects?" Now, this approach frames the feedback as a collaborative exploration and offers concrete suggestions on improvement. It emphasises the idea of working together to find a more efficient route, fostering a positive and growth-oriented atmosphere. Tip 6. Summarise and show support. Conclude your feedback sessions like the closing act of a theatre performance. Provide a concise summary and expressions of unwavering support. Ensure colleagues leave with a script of their strengths, areas for improvement, and your standing ovation for their professional growth. Now let's move into 6 tips on how to receive feedback effectively. Tip 1. Know what to ask for. Imagine you're entering a restaurant. Just as you specify your order to the chef, be specific in your feedback request. Instead of a vague dish, ask for insights on your project management or communication skills, a tailored feast of information. Tip 2. Identify your feedback baristas. Picture your workplace as a bustling coffee shop. Identify your feedback baristas. These colleagues who brew insights like a perfect cup of coffee. Choose people whose perspective you value, just like selecting your favourite blend. Tip 3. Place clear boundaries. Set feedback boundaries like you would set office hours. Clearly define when and how you prefer to receive feedback, ensuring a structured and controlled environment. Tip 4. Assume good intentions. Picture your colleague as a collaborator, not a critic. Assume good intentions, akin to believing they're the co-author of a success story. Tip 5. Ask for GPS like directions. Envision yourself driving through a career landscape and feedback is your GPS. When receiving feedback, be the driver asking for precise directions. Tip 6. Thank people. The feedback tipping point. Express gratitude like tipping at a bar or a restaurant. Thanking people keeps them willing to give you more insights. Your feedback relationship is a delicate dance and tipping is a key to an encore. My YouTube family, thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for listening. As we wrap up our journey through tips on how to give and receive feedback, it's time to engage in a moment of reflection with the stop, start, continue exercise. Are you ready?
Yes.
What will you stop doing? Are there any habits in your feedback process that you've identified as counterproductive? What will you start doing? Reflect on aspects you've observed during a feedback conversation. Is there a new approach or technique that you're inspired to integrate into your feedback routine? What will you continue doing? Consider the feedback strategies that have proven effective for you. Is there a particular method or communication style that aligns with your values? Let's reflect on continuing those practices that contribute positively to you and your team's growth. Now it's your turn to be part of the conversation. Share your thoughts on these questions in the comments below. As we conclude, let's maintain the positive momentum. If you found value in this topic and our discussion, click on the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't joined us yet. And don't forget to activate the notification bell to stay informed about upcoming content. Thank you once again, everyone, for being part of this journey. Until next time, remember to learn, love, and live. Stay blessed.